What's going on, people, and welcome to the show. And today we're doing Martini Mayhem. Now this episode is going to be based on DX12 and also my loadout of my Martini Henry Scout Class shooter. Anyway, let's talk about this and get cracking, bringing madness. Now obviously you can see on the screen that the details are banging, everything's coming out really nice. Like, I love this experience. I was playing it on DX11 for so long without realizing that there was a DX12 feature, unfortunately. Or maybe it was fortunate because I got to experience the game, in a totally different way. From my experience, from my opinion, it has changed everything. This game seems so much more realistic and it seems so much more richer now. All the details are coming out and it's not even a subtle change. It's such an obvious change. It's almost like a new game, people. I will say that. For me personally, even the sound quality has improved. Like, I don't know if that's actually true or if that's just me maybe, just thinking too much about it, but the sound quality seems to have, had a little boost to it as well. So, if we look at it from this perspective, if you're into your graphics, if you invest money in that, your CPUs and all that, then I would say DX12 is definitely worth it. Obviously, you got to upgrade to Windows 10, which changes a lot, but it is definitely worth it. If we look at what this is, generally, I'll give you a breakdown, more of a technical breakdown, just so you understand where I'm coming from. But it's basically like hardware, people. It's components developed by Microsoft exclusively for Windows 10, which increases, your visual experience. It does this by decreasing API-related CPU overhead, which makes everything richer, brings everything out, and just gives you a totally different experience, and I'm loving it. So let's move on now to the Martini Henry, and basically talk about what that is doing for me right now, because this is a new experience for me as well. I wasn't using this gun for most of the time that I was playing this game. I was part of the support team. I kind of liked that team, but although it just didn't seem like a natural fit for me. So when I started using the trench gun and I started getting up higher, I started getting really good at it. I moved up to level 7 and I realized I was close to the level 10 weapon, which was obviously the Martini Henry infantry. Anyway, I got it. From the moment I used it, I noticed the sound was beautiful. If it wasn't called the Martini Henry, I would call it Little Cannon, because it is literally like a little cannon. All you hear when he shoots is boom, and it literally feels like the guy's gonna go flying out the screen. It's a beautiful weapon, man, and it has one of the best, if not the best. In fact, it has the best sweet spot in the game. If you don't know what a sweet spot is, that's basically the area, designated to whatever weapon you're using that allows you to one-shot kill them, and it's exclusive for the Scout class. So it really is what makes the Scout class special. The problem with this gun is that outside of that sweet spot, you're literally super vulnerable. You have to stay in that sweet spot, and you get one shot to take them out, unfortunately. The reload time isn't great as well. You're dealing with 2.3 seconds, so it means that you really have to shoot and get cover, shoot and drop prone. Do everything you can to, get out of the view of your opponents after you taking your shot, even if you miss. And sometimes you have to change, your location, because literally, if you get into close combat with anyone from the assault team, they've got such an advantage of you. And, obviously, if they got an advantage, if they're a good player, likelihood is your ass is gonna get claimed. So make sure you're thinking from a tactical perspective at all times with this weapon. It's important as well to talk about the muzzle velocity, because that is another downfall of this weapon. But obviously, it kind of makes it a skilled weapon to use, because you're having to rely a lot more on your sidearm. You're having to think about what can happen to you if you're in the wrong areas, and it just makes you keep honest to the style that you're playing at. This is a scout team, so you have to really play at distance or within that medium range to get the work done. this is a top boy weapon. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't used anything else since I started using this. You know, it was developed in England, in Enfield, in 1871. As you can tell, I'm a Londoner, so it's nice that I'm using a gun that was made in England, just outside London. If you don't know, Enfield is just outside London. But on top of that, this is a pretty unique gun. There's a few breech loaders, but it's a single shot breech loader as well, so it's giving you that old school feel, the absolute power. Is it worth it? Is it worth using? Absolutely, man. If you haven't tried the Martini Henry yet, and you're not even a fan of the Scout class, use it. Try it out. It's an infantry weapon, obviously, so you're dealing with iron sights. There is a scope version of it, but I don't personally feel it. Like, I used it at my mate's house. It wasn't really doing the thing for me. Like, I personally would use the other scoped weapons. They seem to be a lot more authentic, a lot more natural than that Martini Henry. It just seems bulky. It seems like, it's got the biggest scope on it. So from a distance, you're going to be baited out so badly. So use the infantry weapon. I wouldn't go with a sniper personally. That's just my perspective on it. My loadout normally is the Bodeo, along with light tank grenades on a stage like this. On a smaller stage where there's not many tanks, I'll go with a gas grenade. Obviously you have to have the flash, you know how it goes, along with the K bullets, because that's how it goes, people. That's the routine. So let's jump into the actual video now and just see what's going on around us. Now you can see how you use this weapon, get your distance, and it's quite accurate from that range. It's, it don't feel like you have to go too close. Look at the detail on that puddle, man. That is DX12 working its magic at its best. Move up to the hill, and this is what you have to do. Use those covers. Make sure you're not getting too close to the action. Missed my guy there, but he got a taste of what I can do, or taste of what the Martini Henry can do, and this guy got taken out 100% straight to the head. Easy. Waiting for a guy here, and this is what you have to sometimes let your enemy come to you. Get ready, get the first shot in, because likelihood is if you get the first shots in, you're going to take your enemy out. Be ready and be prepared at all times. There's another guy, one shot, lovely, nearly took him out. And the damage is interesting. Obviously, like, if you're just outside the range, it's 2 shots, so you literally have to stay in the range. If you're from a further distance, you might be alright, but it's really hard to hit your target. That's one thing I can't take. What are you doing, mate? Get up or run. I'd rather die, than get taken out from that type of range. It doesn't work for me. Anyway, people, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I'm MadWild1, and we do this on a regular basis. So subscribe for the next video. Hopefully we'll get one out to you today as well. This was Martini Mayhem. I hope you enjoyed the information. Hope you enjoyed the video, man. Hope I brought in the madness. Log in for more. Peace.